When the Philadelphia Gun Club engages in their live pigeon shoot, the shot from their guns rains down onto and into the Delaware River, as do the dead and dying pigeons. All of that goes into the Delaware River. It's pollution. They don't have a permit to do it, and therefore it's a violation of the federal law, of the Federal Clean Water Act. When we filed our notice of intent to sue, that's something that you're required to do under the federal law, to give somebody an opportunity to sort of remedy the pollution that they're causing. After we filed that notice, the Philadelphia Gun Club erected some large cloth blind, perhaps as an effort to keep the pollution out of the river, and perhaps as an effort to try to shield the events of what's taking place on that site, because perhaps they're ashamed or embarrassed by what they're doing. Either way, that blockade is not being effective in keeping the shot out of the Delaware River, in keeping the dead and dying pigeons out of the Delaware River. So the pollution continues. We do believe that this is also a safety hazard. Now, that's not the focus of our lawsuit, but this shot is raining down on the water. These dead and dying pigeons are coming down onto the river, and they're coming down onto the boaters who happen to be in a rather wide area outside of the Philadelphia Gun Club. In fact, one of our volunteers, when we were out on the water 2 weeks ago, got a cut on their face, and were hit because they were being hit multiple times by the shots. So it's a safety hazard. It's also affects the quality of the experience of folks who are trying to be out there on the Delaware River, whether they're out there in canoes or kayaks, whether they're fishing, whether they're boating, whether they're trying to, watch the natural life that is part of the Delaware River. Having these large shot sounds and this shot raining down on them, these dead and dying pigeons coming down onto the Delaware River, really damages the aesthetic experience, the quality of the experience folks are trying to have when they're out on the Delaware River.